Welcome back to Legendary Mel Games. I'm your host, Joe, and today we are starting Episode 9 off at Tenpines Bluff. As you can see here, main reason is we found ourselves a traveling armor smith.
Best way to spend your caps is protecting your hide with my armor. That advice is free.
What kind of stuff do you have?
I sell armor for Old Man Stockton's outfit, based out of Bunker Hill. Been selling armor to smart wastelanders for years. The dumb ones walk away empty-handed. But they don't stay dumb long, if you catch my meaning.
Sure, let's take a look.
Don't cheap out on armor. That's a good way to get yourself killed.
Now, it's always good to be on the lookout for these types of vendors. As you can see here, they do carry legendary items, and you can read up just in the middle there what the items actually do. So that is one of the things that really sets apart the legendary weapons and armor from just the standard, is they do have added effects. As you can see here, the champion left arm we definitely want. I won't bore you with how we're going to pay for it. And just like that, let's go all the way back. Now we equip our left arm again and head back to the coastal cottage. And you can see it has turned into a white fog of terror. So, for all those who enjoy creepy and horror games, you have come to the right place, because Fallout 4 looks like an innocent game on the surface, but let's be honest, this is the post-apocalyptic Commonwealth. There are going to be a ton of horrifying places to check out, and talking about horrifying, take a look at this random bird that you cannot smack, but actually explodes when you shoot. Let's just say we're being spied on by a certain organization that we can join halfway through the game. And I don't like those birds spying on me. So just know, if they don't fly away, it's probably the Institute. So, as you can see, let's make our way through the foggy abyss here. As we can see here, we have a burned out bus with little pieces of loot here, but mainly you can see that it was literally just driving down the road when the bombs hit. And as you continue this way, we're actually going to start to stumble into our village. Now, whatever you do, stay on the road, because there is a Mirelurk queen nearby, and that is the last thing we want to wake up right now. So, just stay on the road, and you'll be perfectly fine, whether you can see or not. And what you'll start to see come into ominous picture here is going to be our location for the day, and this is the Museum of Witchcraft. This is well known as one of the creepiest places in all of Fallout 4, and with very good reason. As you can see, we also have our very first super mutants outside of here. It is chain locked, so we're going to have to sneak around to the back. As you can see, those super mutants are onto us. They are extremely hard to get away from, and unfortunately one of them is the bomber. So if the kamikaze starts running after us, just make sure to attack his right hand, because he holds a mini nuke. If you can shoot his right hand, you'll detonate the mini nuke and take him out. As you can see here, this is going to be the next holotape. This is Private Heart's holotape. As we go ahead and take all the things from her and wonder what in the world happened here, now we can start to piece the journey together. So again, get ready, this gets pretty deep. As you can see here, it also starts the new quest, The Devil's Due. So without further ado, let's go ahead and throw a holotape in.
Lee got the recorder working.
What's that?
So this the sort of detail you had in mind when you signed up for the Gunners? Hauling luggage from Linwoods for some robot butler? What was his name? Wellerton? Wallingham?
Not now, Private. Where's Carnage? He's not at his post.
Sorry, sir. The lieutenant said he found some tracks. Wanted to check them out. Private Martin.
Tracks? What track? What the hell is that?
Oh my. Connor! Where's the rest of him?
Jesus. Aldous. Sergeant Lee grabs the case. Do not let that thing out of your sight. Everyone inside the museum, now!
Mayday! Hunter, what found us?
Alright, thankfully we escaped to the dungeon below as we almost blew ourselves up with the super mutant. But get ready, because we are not alone. And like I said, this area is going to get extremely, extremely creepy. So I'm going to try to do minimal talking here. And Dog Meat is going to take some items and fall through the stairs. Don't ask, it's Bethesda. Literally taking the items as he's falling to pieces. So, any guesses what you think this could be that's causing all of this chaos? As you can see, this area is very creepy. We'll actually come back here to explore it more thoroughly later. Whatever it is above us. The candles, the perfect mood lighting. As always, go ahead and take the items that we can find while we're here. And again, get ready, because something is in here that we don't want to be dealing with. Something that attacked Private Heart, and now these other gunner mercenaries as well. Usually they're the ones ambushing other people, but they got it this time. And unfortunately, whatever it is locked in here with us. Yeah, it does not get much easier. And you can tell if something in here with us is able to do this much damage to all of these different gunners, this is the last thing we need to be facing right now with our low level. So let's cautiously get up here, not too fast so we don't trigger anything. And now let's go ahead, get the items, get the tool stuff. And we need to prepare ourselves because we're about to figure out what's causing all the chaos. So let's go through here. And now, light on. Definitely be sneaking. As you can see, the mannequins are all set up for the burning of the witch. And we are going to go ahead and again get us a missile launcher here, which is going to be extremely crucial going forward. The only problem being that the missile launcher, as overpowered as it is not going to help us against what's in here with us. So again, we want to be about as subtle as we can be as we go ahead, readjust our inventory there. And here it comes. Lights off, hide. As you can see, something's here with us. There it is. And what we see is an over-leveled Savage Deathclaw. Not a regular Deathclaw like we had back at the Museum of Freedom. An over-leveled Savage Deathclaw. There is no way you can take this out. I literally tried with Psycho, Jet, Med-X, you name it, missile launcher to the face, critical hit, you are not taking it out. So quickly grab the items, let's get around here. As you can see, we're kind of boarded in, and let's hide as we finally figure out what the true story behind this crazy place is. You can see there are cracked Deathclaw eggs everywhere, and now it's starting to come together. You know, the gunners were here for some reason, and all of a sudden, Deathclaw lost her eggs. This is a mess. Sergeant Lee, help us out here.
A nest full of Deathclaw eggs. A dozen, maybe more. Smashed to bits. Except this one. No wonder they wouldn't tell us what was in that case. If I'd known, I would have personally told the gunner bosses and that glorified liquor cabinet Wellingham to take those Diamond City caps and stuff them. I guess we know why that Deathclaw tracked us all the way from Lynn Woods now. We stole their damn kids. Christ. Maybe if we just return the eggs. Oh, hey, Mama. You looking for this?
And now the story is making sense. So the Gunners actually took a mission to come here to retrieve valuable items, and they ended up being Deathclaw eggs when they got here. The Gunners were duped, and unfortunately, the Deathclaw Mama is on the rampage, and I do not blame her, so we are not even attempting to engage in this. We are taking the Pristine Deathclaw Egg and running. So let's undo the chains, and as you can see here is also a visitor's terminal to tell you a little bit about the place. But there are 3 different ways this mission can go. So you can give the Pristine Deathclaw Egg back to the person that hired the Gunners. Don't really recommend this option just because it's a cheap cap reward. You could give it back to the Deathclaw, ironically enough, but I also don't agree with that, because then you're just putting more Deathclaws in the wild that we have to deal with. So instead, there is a third option where it can be used to make, I believe, a really good weapon. So in the meantime, we're going to hold on to it. As you can see here, if we go over in our, not miscellaneous, I think it's an aid, you'll see it right there, Pristine Deathclaw Egg. You cannot eat it, so don't worry. You're not to mess it up by accident. It's just to stay in your inventory forever until you choose one of those 3 options. So, go back to data. As you can see here, the Devil's Due. If we have that as the active quest, it does say that where we need to take the egg to is going to end up being in Diamond City. So, we are absolutely not dealing with that right now. Instead, let's get a feel for the area. As you can see here, we are actually getting into a town, but we're not going to completely explore this just yet because I don't want to get too far away from our settlement just yet. We definitely need to take out the main factory right beside us. Spoilers, that's obviously going to be Friday's episode. So, in the meantime, let's go ahead and see what this area actually has to offer, because we're also going to run into one of the roaming random events that can pop up as you explore in the wastes. I've mentioned it before, you definitely do not want to fast travel if you don't have to. Understandably, fast travel keeps your sanity in check when you have a lot of these quests that make you bounce back and forth across the wasteland. But if you're able to, absolutely don't fast travel and just walk from place to place. There's another of those stupid spy birds keeping an eye on us, and we would like them to cut it out. As you can see over here, there's going to be a blue-ish tent area and a couple people out here squabbling. So this is going to be one of our random encounters.
Find what it relayed back to its masters. Don't come any closer, friend. This doesn't concern you.
Please, help! They're going to kill me!
Shut up!
What's going on here?
This thing's a synth. That's what. We've been traveling with it for weeks. But then today he finally let slip that he's an Institute errand boy. The whole fucking time.
Because I thought you were my friends.
I'd never be friends with a damn synth.
You already were friends with the synth. Now please, just let me go.
You think I'm stupid? You're just gonna run off and get your Institute buddies to come put us down. That ain't happening, pal.
I'm not with the Institute. I ran away. I just need to get to Bunker Hill. Then, I swear I will never bother you again. Please. You believe me, right? You can't let them do this.
If he was with the Institute, don't you think killing him would just make them madder? Let him go. It's safer that way.
Jesus. You're right. Fine. But if I ever see you again, I'm putting one right between your eyes.
Oh my God. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Just get the hell out of here.
Thanks again. Here, I want you to have this.
Excuse me.
Why don't you get out of here?
Hope this doesn't come back to bite us.
Now, if you've already been to Diamond City, you know exactly what this whole issue with the synths and the Institute is. But just know for now, we don't have to worry about it too much with where we are. Instead, just know that synths are the moral gray area of this entire game. Whether you think that synths are right, whether you think that synths are wrong, I mean, in some ways you can kind of relate to it as modern day AI. You know, a lot of people think AI can be a useful tool, and some people think AI is the spawn of Satan. So, you know, it's morally ambiguous. And you can see here something in the water has been attacking these irradiated dolphins. So that gives us a clear idea that we don't want to stay too much around the water. As you can see, we have two completely different dolphin models washed up. And that's because, as you can kind of see over there, we've got Mirelurks all over this area. And like I said, there is a queen here, which we definitely want to use to our advantage a little bit later. Because the Mirelurk queen can pretty much wreck house, taking out pretty much everything else out here that's not a Mirelurk. So definitely want to use her strategically when we get her to pop up, because she's one of the few enemies that can actually hit us all the way at our base if she gets close enough. So her long-range attack is absolutely nutty. As you can see here, they were just enjoying a good picnic when all calamity happened, and somehow the cars didn't blow up or are perfectly intact. Thank you, Bethesda. We are loving it as we run along the beach. As you can see here, this is going to be our main objective for the next one. And the reason I say this is where we're going to get a lot of our supplies for our settlement and a lot of weapons that we're going to need to explore further. I will tell you down here, there is a little secret hideouts that you can go into, but just know, the second you do, you're going to get ambushed, and it has something to do with that giant building over there. So a lot of that will make sense when we actually get through with it. But as you can see, this is what we have on the beach here. So Mirelurks to the right of the building. We already have raiders shooting at us from over there. Let's just kind of back it up so they can't reach us. Back to our coastal cottage over here. You can always tell because it's right beside the lift. And then if you head over to the left side, as you remember, the Nankano's home is over there, which is how you get to Far Harbor. However, there's also something else over here, and Dogmeat is literally going to plow his way right on through. So as you can see, we had ghouls over on this side. So ghouls on this side, Mirelurks on the other side. But if you remember in the last episode, most of the enemies over here are so high leveled we couldn't even take them out. I mean, the super mutants, we had to rely on the kamikaze one to actually blow up his friend. And again, this is going to get easier as we get the upgraded weapons here, because as you saw, we got a missile launcher today. And again, we're getting better equipment we can upgrade to make us stronger so much quicker. And unfortunately, Dogmeat is going to absolutely sabotage us here, because he's found something, and unfortunately the last command we gave Dogmeat was to find enemies. This is not the kind of something we were looking for. Thanks for the help, Dogmeat, but we are in no way ready for a Mirelurk Hunter. I mean, we literally had to mess ourselves up with Psycho and Jet and Med-X just to get rid of a regular Mirelurk, and now here's his upgraded cousin. As you can see, they went from being crabs to crayfish, and you can see the immense damage it does in just a few pokes. So this is absolutely a losing battle. I mean, you can try to blow up the cars on him, but even that's not going to help much. And as you can see, he has a ranged attack, a precursor of what the Mirelurk Queen is going to look like. So we literally have no way to do anything to this thing. As you can see, it's literally taking everything we have. Just run away. And the strategy there is to run far enough away they stops chasing you. That way you can fast travel back to your settlement. And that's the best way to get out of a situation like that without getting wiped out. Because if you get wiped out in the overworld, you lose all of your progress unless you remembered to save. So, whew, as you can see, there is our clear target coming up for our next mission, and it is an absolute doozy. If you've not already, please check out the Fallout 4 playlist. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Some more Can See videos. We'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.